Hi children, I'm back again with you. Uh, Now you must be feeling a little bit comfortable with the lessons. Today we will begin our discussion not with a new lesson but a revision of chapter 6. A revision of chapter 6, that is capital and revenue expenditure and income. Last week I told you that we will decide about or we will discuss about some questions, probable questions, which appeared in your ICSE exams. This on the basis of this one. Now, this chapter. So, first question which usually come, is what is capital expenditure? It is generally of 2 marks. So, you need to write capital expenditure is an expenditure whose benefit does not exhaust within one accounting year. It is incurred for the acquisition of fixed assets. It increases the earning capacity of the business. So what I am telling you, that while writing the answers, you include some features of this capital expenditure. Then only you will be able to finish up the answer. At least 4 to 5 points must be there in that paragraph which you are writing. So, whenever you write this capital expenditure, or if you write revenue expenditure, they should be written in a feasible manner. That is, there should be some meaningful things in it. Again, capital expenditure, if it is of 5 marks, what is capital expenditure? If it's of 5 marks, suppose it's given what is capital expenditure, and if it is of 5 marks, then you have to write a broad answer. So you have to give the features of the capital expenditure. You write down the point, then you write down the explanation of the point. Capital expenditure is whose benefit does not exhaust within an accounting year. Capital expenditure is meant for acquisition of fixed assets. Capital expenditure is non-recurring in nature. It leads to increase in the value of the assets. It is shown in the balance sheet. So these are few of the points which you need to write down, but in a broad answer they must be put down in points. But while you are writing 2 marks answer, you may write it in paragraph. But in the paragraph, you have to include the features. And in case of similar in revenue expenditure also you need to do that. Some of the features. If it is of 5 marks, then you will be probably given in the question the number of points you need to write. Write 5 features of revenue expenditure, you will be given that. So naturally you know that you need to write 5 features. Okay. Next one is deferred revenue expenditure. We discussed that deferred means to defer away to we can go on deferring the expenses. In a business, there are large amount of expenses which are of huge amount. So if they are shown, we said that if they are shown in a year there may be a loss. Suppose in case of advertisement, suppose there was an advertisement expense which whose amount amounted to rupees 5 lakh. So whether it is a deferred, is a revenue or a capital or deferred expenditure, we will obviously write it is a deferred revenue expenditure, and then you write down the feature, because this expenditure, if shown in the account in the profit and loss account fully, there may be a loss. So to avoid this, it needs to be shown, it needs some part of it needs to be shown in the current years, in the coming accounting years. So this is the way you should write down the reason. In the same way, suppose if you are given this sentence, purchased a machinery, and you are asked to say whether it is capital or revenue or deferred. So purchased a machine, it's an asset. Okay, it's an asset, and a machine cannot be purchased every now and then in a year, every day or month. No, it might be purchased once or twice in a year, and it's of huge amount, so it is a capital expenditure. Suppose if you are paying wages, so what should you write? It is a revenue expenditure, because wages are paid regularly to the workers in order to run a business, in order to run the business in a day-to-day basis, or this is a day-to-day expense. So this is what was to be discussed. I promised you to discuss these questions in this class, and so this is what the shape of the questions and the answers which are asked in the ICSE. It may be of 2 marks, compulsory 2 marks, and there are long questions in section B, both are of 5 marks, and one question will be of 10 marks. Only one question will be of 10 marks, that is final accounts. So see you next week. Stay safe and try to do some studies well enough so that we can proceed with our positive attitude. So see you next week. Bye bye.